Hi, welcome to Crafting the Wild with Analia, the Hylian Homemaker. You may wish you were out slaying Lionels, but then who would make dinner? So instead, we're making crafts at home about Breath of the Wild. Last week, we made these cute little Korok pots. They turned out so nice that we're going to continue the theme of a Korok hunt, and this time we're going to turn this balloon into a rock for Koroks to hide under. It's a little bit nondescript, but suspicious enough that you know there's a Korok hiding in there. It doesn't require very many ingredients, just some paint, newspaper, and some flour and water. And it's very kid-friendly if your kids are willing to get their hands dirty. Okay, Tommy and Flora, we're gonna try to make some rocks for our Koroks to hide under. Okay, we're gonna do paper mache ones. So the first thing we need to do is cut this paper into strips. There's nothing in there yet. We're gonna mix up our flour and water mixture in there. So we've got some little scissors and some paper.
Why do we need scissors?
We can either just tear it into long strips. Probably skinnier than that would be good though. Or you can use scissors and cut it. Oh, it tears a little bit of that way. Or you can do this paper right here. I thought this paper would be good too. It's like the only newspaper we have.
Nice. Touch my paper.
We will not cut your paper, Flora. We'll let you do yours. And we'll just all do our own. Nice job, Tommy. Yours are looking great. Can I make them a little thinner? You gonna blow up a balloon, Flora? Ooh, that's good. Oh, that's really good, Tommy. Yeah? You want me to try to blow up a balloon too? I'll do one of these ones. These are just some random balloons that we had in the closet. These say, best day ever. I think they were for a wedding, but then we didn't use them.
Mommy, can you help me with my video? Oh, Flo, how did you blow it up? That was easy. Mommy,
Okay.
can you blow up mine?
Yeah. And if you blow them up, I can tie them for you.
I'm gonna use this one for
Can you
something.
cut some more strips for us though, Flora? We're gonna need so many strips. I'm gonna stretch them out a little.
Mommy, I need a new one of these. It's a new one of these.
Let's make a pile of strips. Nope, we're gonna get all our strips first. A bunch of strips first. You love that balloon? Yeah, we're trying to do the balloons kind of different sizes.
Is this good?
Yeah, can you hand me a pair of scissors, Tommy? We're gonna try to do the balloons different sizes so that our rocks are different sizes. We'll cut some of these. That's about the size I envisioned, but you know, when you tear them, sometimes it doesn't go like you plan it. Flora's doing a nice circular tear there. But I figure if we have lots of different sizes to choose from, that'd be helpful. That's amazing, Tommy. Good job. Let's make a pile.
What? Mom, I'm doing my own task.
We'll do a pile.
Paper.
You love that paper? Is it your favorite?
Stuff.
We're making crafts. That's right. We're making crafts.
I'm gonna make my own task.
Your own craft? What's your own craft gonna be? We're gonna make rocks and you're gonna make something else.
This I'm gonna make my own ball.
Okay, Tommy, do you wanna try to do a balloon? Give it a good stretch. And then take a big breath. Do a big blow. Got it? And then we tie them off. Ooh, Flora, that'd be a cute little rock like that. I don't know if a Korok will fit under that one though. You might have to do it a little bit bigger.
Mommy, I'm not making a rock.
You're not making a rock? What are you making? What's yours gonna be? Still working on that balloon, Tommy?
Bigger than this, Mom.
That's as big as you can get it?
Yeah.
You want me to help you with that one? It's okay, because we don't need the balloons yet. First, we gotta do the paper. Okay, do you guys want to make the flour mixture?
Have 2 of these strips, Mom. I want to do.
Okay, nice job, Tommy.
3.
So the first thing we're gonna do
Mom, there's 4
is we're gonna put the water in.
there's
We're gonna pour the water in.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to.
Okay. Put some flour in. Why don't you do 1 scoop, and we'll stir it up. Put it in. Put it in.
I'll do some.
Okay, now start stirring.
I'll do some.
There's gonna need lots of stirring, Tommy, so there's plenty to do. Don't worry.
Do we need more sugar though?
That's not sugar. We're not gonna put any sugar in it because we don't want ants
need
to get our
flour?
rots. We're just gonna do flour and a little bit of salt. Let's stir this up first, and then we'll decide if we need some more.
No.
We need like a pasty mixture.
Can I do it now?
We can all take some turns stirring.
And get some balloons there. Mom's making.
How's it looking?
Guys,
Good. You want to add some more flour?
don't mess with
You want
my.
it to be a little bit of a...
Don't mess with my thing.
Okay. All right. You stir that up.
And Tony, don't mess with my things either.
Okay, Flora. We won't mess with your things.
This is a
That's
video how to make a Korok Rock, by the ways.
Is it looking like a pasty now? Like a
You
pasty
need more
mixture?
sugar?
That's flour.
Flour?
Yeah, we're not going to put any sugar in it, but yeah, I think we need a little more flour. And we need...
We need
oh,
2
no,
scoops?
no, no more. They said it should be...
Got some?
Yeah, we're going to add a little bit of salt.
Have some?
No, you can't have some. And that's just to try to keep it preserved a little bit better.
We need more flour.
I don't think it needs any more flour. I think that's perfect.
Do we need more water though? It's kind
No.
of. It's kind of little.
Do you think we should do it a little thicker?
Yeah.
I don't think we want to do it too thick though.
Just 1 more scoop.
How about half a scoop?
Okay.
Want to do half a scoop? Let's try to, if we're making it less, let's try to do it in the container. Okay.
Good.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
That
gonna
looks
watch
great.
Genre hot playback.
So, Tommy, can you pass me one of the balloons over there? Behind you?
We gotta fill it.
No, I need one that's already filled. Can you pass me one behind you? Pick a color for me. Now, what color do you want?
White.
Okay. So put it in your bowl. Put this pointy
is so
side
big.
right here down. Do you want to trade me? This one's a little smaller. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of newspaper. We're going to dip it in the stuff. Slide it off so there's just some on it. And then we're going to lay it on our balloon.
Is it fine to touch?
It's fine to touch. You're gonna need to do a lot of touching with this. Okay, so put it all the way in.
Ew.
Yeah, it's ew. And
I
then
wanna touch it.
you're gonna slide it off. Don't touch everything else, please. And then you're gonna put it on your balloon, Tommy. And then press the paper down so it's fitted against your balloon. Okay. All right, why don't you start with a smaller piece of paper? It'll be easier. Here, you're gonna get a little messy. It's okay. This is just a messy project. That's why I thought you guys would like it.
I don't like getting messy.
Well, you can rub it against the bowl kind of to as you take it off? Okay, Tommy, look. You don't want to do it? Too messy.
Okay, don't start me some balloons.
Flora, Tommy says the project's too messy. Do you think it's too messy?
Let's do that. I have to dip it in. Put it on.
Yeah.
Step it on.
We're gonna dip it in. We gotta get, then you gotta get it off because you can't have too much on there. Why not? And then you put it on.
Why do you have a little bowl?
Why do I have a little bowl? That's a bowl to put a balloon in if you want to do another one. Another balloon. So see how Tommy's is started? Ah, that is very breaky.
And dip it in.
You dip it in, and then you kind of squelch it off with your fingers. You're gonna be a little squeegee.
I'm gonna do it with 2 fingers.
Okay, that sounds great. You've got a plan.
For something that you dip the very bottom.
Okay.
Dip. Oh, that's the outside. So,
Oh, you want to dip all of it in?
all of it.
All of it.
Oh, that's a bunch of it.
That's a bunch of it.
It's other side now.
It's- Oh, did you get some on you? That's so sad. I made you get dirty? It's okay. This is going to be a dirty project. It will wash off. It's not permanent. Flora, this makes the shape of our balloon last forever. Isn't that fun? Where's your balloon, though? You want to do this one? This was the one Tommy started and abandoned.
Okay.
Okay. You want to do this one in?
I decided to do the new one.
You want to get a new one?
No, I think this one. So this one's so young.
So long.
This one then do the very bottom. Mom, tipping on yours.
Ours might be a little bumpy.
Do it.
Ah! Did you lose it in there again? It's gonna get on you, sweetie. You can't do stuff with your hands and not have it get on you. It's okay if it gets on you. It's not poisonous. Okay, so now we've got 3 balls that we've done the second layer on, and 3 that just have the first layer. And I've mixed up a whole bunch of the paste this time because I keep reading you can store it in the fridge, but then I never have enough that I have any left over to store in the fridge. So let's do this messy 3rd layer on these ones. And then we'll do the second and see how when it dries. It's pretty hard. So I've added a little bit of salt to the paste this time for the paper mache because I forgot last time that it's supposed to make it in warmer climates be less likely to attract bugs and keep a little bit better. So once again, just dipping the stuff in the paste and then kind of squeegeeing it off between your fingers. This is the part my kids are 100% unwilling to do because they think it's so gross. And then layering it on and pressing it down so that it fits the balloon. And you know, it gets pretty smooth. The newspaper's thin enough that it makes a pretty nice thing. The one that's more bumpy, you'll notice here, is the one we originally did the art paper on. And that was so thick that it made a really bumpy first coat. But that's okay. It's a rock, right? It's okay if it's a little bit bumpy. And we'll just keep going with them, and maybe it'll smooth out, maybe it won't. Either way, we're just gonna paint it, right? And stick a Korok under it. Nobody has to know. And here we go. So I'm gonna do enough that I can like maybe have the shape circle back down over here. So it looks like the rock is there, or some of them I might cut off a little bit earlier so it looks like they're kind of down in the, buried in the ground a little bit. But they're not gonna be, because they're paper mache and they probably wouldn't last. I don't know. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna spray paint these or if I'm just gonna get some acrylic paint from the store. I might just do acrylic paint and then spray like a final protective coat on. Okay, so now our paper mache things have dried and we're finally to the point where we're gonna cut them and make them look like rocks. So the first part is the fun part. I'm gonna pop the balloon. A nice satisfying pop. So happy to come out of there. And then this one is pretty good rock shape already. Like I think that just needs to be trimmed up a little bit on this side. Some of them weren't even close, but this one, I don't think it's going to take much to have it sit flush with the ground. Maybe more than I thought, because now it wants to rock a little bit. And that's probably this guy. Trim up this side so that's a little more even and see how it sits. Oh yeah, that's pretty nice. And I'm totally happy with that corner. Because it's kind of an edge. Where it's not a lot of layers. Now put that around. Perfect. All right, let's do another one. And we have one that's ready to paint. We'll do this big guy. Give him a pop. Ah! Is that still stuck in there? I guess it can just stay if it wants to. But I just figure sooner or later that's gonna come out all of a sudden. Might as well be now. All right, this one's kind of more egg-shaped. Okay, so I'm trying to use this, just like a straight edge of something to draw a line around it so that it's, seems like it will be, I'll have something to guide me in cutting it. So I'm not doing it randomly. We'll see. Maybe I'll get to the other side and find out it was pretty random. No, not bad. Seems like that line is okay. So all of the rocks are going to be a little bit different. As in nature, right? We'll cut around these. So after we cut them, I gave some of the other ones a quick spray with clear gloss. You could also use the matte one, but I want to use that for when they're all done. And I just did that because I was worried about getting the paper mache wet again, if it would, you know, I didn't want it to get soft with the paint. And I don't know if it would have made a difference, but when we painted it, they painted really well. So it didn't seem to be a problem. And that paper mache loves to be painted. It doesn't, the newspaper is really easy to take the color. Okay. Oh yeah, that works really slick. That rock wants to sit really well. Maybe I should do this one a little bit more, so he doesn't have that gap right here. Seems like it's only on that side. So maybe it's in the middle that I need to trim up a little bit here. Maybe right there and on this side. So it can sit flush. And oh yeah, I can't cut it from that direction. That's for left-handed people. Okay, I like that a lot. That one sits really well. Okay, and we've got one more to pop. And then I'll have so many kitchen bowls back. Ah! And it tried to escape. Ooh, I like that. It's pretty fun, watching it pull away. There you go. I think I'm gonna mark it because I feel like that did help a lot. That lid doesn't want to stick. Okay. Gives us a kind of a little level-ish of a line. It's not very measured or scientific, but it seems to work out. Okay, you see, we even met up. And this one's more of a little tiny rock. You can see it's really kind of crunchy and breakable on the parts that have less layers, but that's another thing that trimming these up does. Makes them sit flat, and it makes sure you don't have any of the parts where you didn't quite get as many layers, so it's not as sturdy. Okay. Nice. Now we have all three of those, so I'm going to take those outside and spray them with a nice gloss coat just to kind of give me a base for painting them. Okay, so now this one has been sprayed and it's all dry and it's ready to paint. I've got two different colors that I was using. For some, I'm doing the pewter gray. It's a little bit of a darker gray and more bluey. And for some, I'm doing the elephant gray, which I think they're both nice stone colors. I think I'm gonna do this one, the pewter gray. I have a little palette, but kind of like having a great big palette to just pour stuff into. It's a little easier. And see that newspaper print, it just, in paper mache, it just grabs that color. It's really easy to cover it with pretty much one coat. I think the little bumps and stuff you can miss pretty if you're not careful, but other than that, you get really good coverage with this. And really any gray would be good. I was also thinking I've seen a spray paint that comes in like a stone finish, like a concrete. That might be kind of fun. It would look more granity. But for now, I'm just doing these. So pretty quick, you can get a nice coat on this. And see there, your place where you drew on it, how you wanted it, the edge. It's all covered up. And then it's just a matter of waiting till stuff dries. It's like half of all of my projects is waiting. It's good for people with short attention spans. Do a little bit, walk away. Come back, do a little bit more, walk away. You can do it at your own pace, or until the people you live with get tired of your projects being around. Okay. Get a little bit more of that. Which one was that, the pewter? Ah! So, after we get this coat on, I have another one that's partly done over here that I want to paint the inside on. Just because when you open it up, I don't want it to look like newspaper and paper mache. I want it to look like, whoa, a hollow rock. And there's a Korok inside. What do you know? That's like magic. Okay. So, we'll set that aside and let that one start drying. Then I'll grab this guy. This was also the pewter. See, it looks a little bit different as it dries. It gets a little bit less grainy, I think. And this one, I took some granite gray and sort of brushed it on with like not very much on my brush, just kind of on the high points. I just wanted it to like look more rocky and give it some texture. I don't know if I'll continue to do that on all of them. So for this step, I'm going to try to add a little bit of moss to my rock to make it look like it's a little more ancient and organic, and sure, it's been there a long time. So I've got a couple paints. I grabbed marsh green and spring green. So I didn't really want one solid color, and I'm just going to try to use a paper towel. Kind of smoosh it up, and hopefully I can get kind of an organic texture. I don't know. Maybe I like that better than brushing it on. So if you have like an old cloth or something, that might be good, but I'm just gonna dip it in here. And then I'm gonna see how that goes. See if I like that. I kind of want, oh, yeah, that's nice. I kind of like that. So I'm gonna dip it in. I gotta get some of it off. Then just gonna kind of blot it on there. Probably just gonna do it on one side because moss grows on the north sides of rocks, right? So we'll just say this is the north side of this guy. We'll give him some good moss. And then maybe like lightly a little bit else. There. And we'll just do a little bit over here. Like, oh look, this part's close to the ground. It's getting all goopy and mossy. Okay. So hopefully Here, I like that. Now what I'm found is that, like, when do I like these best? From a distance. So now we've got a finished rock, but I was thinking it would be good to consider doing the texture the same way we did the moss on it. So just get some light gray paint. just like a tone or so lighter than what you're doing for your rock. And crumple up paper towel, dip it in, maybe blot it off on another towel, and then you could kind of get it on there. Now what's not great about that is with this, it just gets on the raised parts, but maybe with a little bit more blotted off, it would have a similar effect. We'll see. Some of these might not be my perfect dream rocks, but we'll just turn them ugly side to a tree or something. They're all going to be functional and they're all going to participate in the Korok hunting. Okay. So, not too mad about that. I might add a little bit right there. So that's one way to do it, or alternatively, if you wanted to use a brush or something a little bit more controlled, you can just get a little on there and wipe some off, and then you can just kind of lightly brush it on so that it's not really painting the surface, just marking it up a little bit. And then you can have not just a monochrome rock, because how often is anything like that in nature, right? You don't have just a solid colored tree or a rock. So we kind of want ours to be similar. All right, and it's just getting the raised parts because it is bumpy from all the paste and the newspaper. So we want to kind of show that so it has a rough surface. There, and I think that looks very rocky. So those are two different ways you can add a little texture to your rocks when you're done painting them. All right, I've got a couple more to go. And I can add them to the pots on the list of finished things to hide Koroks in. Thanks for joining us this week on Crafting the Wild. I hope you enjoyed the project and made some of your very own rocks. So next week we're going to be making something to put in all these hidey places. So come back then and we'll make some little Koroks to put in our pots and in our rocks. In the meantime, have a good week and breathe all the wild you can.